What up? What up? So, reading, I don't know why I would say reading, but this reading, I was like meditating on the energy. I did, of course, as you can see, pull some cards. So, what I was getting was like a divine counterpart couple in the collective. And so, what I was feeling most intensely was that there was collective male energy, right? So, it's like a group of my niggas that have something to say directly to. So if you are a man, or if you identify as a male, and you have a divine counterpart, this is this may or may not resonate with you. This again is a very direct message. So, like I was trying to explain, it's from a group of men in the collective. Um, what I was mostly getting for the men was like Aquarius, and for the female, I was getting Scorpio. So if you are not a Scorpio female, but you are here, there may be a message within this message for you. But really, what I was called to was like an Aquarius male energy and a Scorpio female energy. And so what it is a divine counterpart. Excuse me, it's fucking Mercury retrograde. But what I was getting was a divine counterpart couple that's in the collective, and the male energy, whether you are in the physical form of a man or whether you just identify as a man, but the male energy in within the dynamic of this divine counterpart couple is has a direct message. And so again, as I was doing the pre-shuffle and like meditating on your energy, these are the cards that came out. So basically, the way these break down for me is like this Queen of Wands energy right here is the female energy. This is the woman in the relationship. Now, you could very well be a man, but if you identify as a woman, I'm feeling very much like a same sex couple vibes on this shit, but also it could be just this is the woman and this is the man, and this is the energies associated with the man, this is the energies associated with the female. But I'm being called to say, if you identify as a woman, this is your side. If you identify as a man, this is your side. Whatever you identify as within your relationship, regardless of your physical form, this is a message for the female on this side, the man on this side, within a divine union. Now, this is the card that I was getting for the female in this union. So, when we look at this card, she looks very stable, very sturdy. She's sitting comfortably on solid ground. She's got this black cat over here, which for me as a reader is good luck. And her head is kind of tilted towards this way, but she's looking directly at self, like she's looking straight forward, which is for me, it's within its self, its source. You know what I mean? So she's more the female energy in this relationship is more so focused on self, source, spirituality. She is sitting comfortably in herself. She has removed the ego shit, right? But she is also aware of this energy over here because again, her head is tilted towards this way, even though she's looking at self. And so this is the male energy in this dynamic. And this is the Nine of Wands. That's the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is like I was saying, secure spiritually because that's what the wand suit speaks of. This is the Nine of Wands, and the man in this relationship, this nigga look battered and bruised and toe up and woe down. He looked like he done got beat the fuck up by every one of them wands. Like he looked like he done been through it, right? He looks tattered and bruised and fucked up, but he's looking directly at you, woman. This man is looking directly at you, regardless of what you identify with. You may be a woman in masculine energy, or a man in feminine energy, whatever. Whatever you identify with, as far as the compound, the the confines of your relationship. However you identify, this man over here, this dude, this nigga looking right at her. He done went through these wands and he done been beat the fuck up out of wands. He's at a 9 of Wands, which is damn near completion. So he's almost on your level. You know what I mean? He's trying to get there. That shit is beating his ass, but he's trying to get there, goddamn it. And then so over here on this side, we got. Let me try to separate this a little bit. We got the 2 of Wands coming out first for the woman's energy, the female energy. And so with the 2 of Cups, it's like the woman came into this situation with the perspective of my cup is not half empty, your cup is not half full, but each of our cups holds enough space for ourselves and for each other. What you bring to the table and what I bring to the table successfully fills our cups together. 2 of Cups. And again, over here for this female woman energy, she's got this long hair, just like she does on this card. And the male energy over here has this short hair, just like he does on that card. So this is a depiction of the two of you as in female, as the female and male of this energy. And then also, I think to speak back on the signs, see how the female energy is standing in that water. That's also more indicative of me for like the Scorpio. I was picking up on like a female Scorpio and a Aquarius male relationship, and then this guy over here is standing on land, but he is predominantly in air. So I don't know why, but I was getting strong Pisces Aquarius for the male. For the female, I was getting Scorpio, period. And so coming into this relationship, the woman coming into this relationship with the 2 of Cups, uh, it translated in the 3D world as like an Ace of Pentacles, right? Because again, this hand, excuse me, is coming from the right side, and she's on the right side. She offered you a pentacle. Pentacle is like your money, your work, your material possession. So this female is probably very stable in her life, very stable in her circumstances. She is, look how comfortably she's sitting on this throne. She is, sitting on her chair very comfortably, on her throne, sorry. She's sitting on her throne very comfortably, running her motherfucking kingdom. And so, because she sits at that high place, she's able to offer you something of high standard, Ace of Pentacles. So, she offered you, male energy, Ace of Pentacles in this relationship. And then that 2 of Cups and that Ace of Pentacles for her translated into the moon. So, what I get with this card is here the two of you are, her and you. And you are on this path together. You all are spiritually inclined, because you're moon gazing, stargazing. You may be participating in rituals or ceremonies of a spiritual nature. This is what you all were doing together. You and this female energy, man. You all were collaborating spiritually at a place that felt very good for you. You were on your direct path. And so that created for you a lot of comfort. But also, what I have to acknowledge in this card is this dark, murky creature here. And so, what I'm getting with this is that there was an energy here that neither one of you all were even aware of. Because here you all are in your mask, looking the same, doing the same thing, kind of focused in on this moon, gazing, right? Walking this path together synchronistically. And you're not even aware of this dark energy that's trying to creep up on y'all. And so, I mean, it's coming out in the female's energy here, but it's also on this card. It's coming by way of the left side. It's coming by way of the male. So what I'm feeling like is there may have been some type of karmic or dark energy source attached to this male. Maybe he had felt like he let it go, but that energy is still attached to you. And because of it, or was, let me say that this is past tense. This right here, this situation is being depicted right now, and this spread is past tense. We have progressed since then, and we'll break that down further. But that was just that's what I'm picking up intuitively. That this first spread of what I did in the pre-shuffle and my meditation is kind of like where you guys were, basically. And so you, male, you have this dark energy that is kind of like attached to you, and this dark energy, whatever it is, it's kind of knowing of your circumstances and your situations. And so it's kind of trying to gravitate over here towards the female energy in this dynamic. So it's like attaching on to your woman, trying to break y'all the fuck down. And so then, because of that, because of this energy that the female felt, because let me say this, the female in this relationship is very intuitive. She is on her shit. She is her third eye is open. She is working through her life at a place of peace and unconditional love and light, and she sees a whole lot of shit that you might not even be aware that she sees and knows of. But so anyway, because of the moon card, then we have temperance. So for me, this is a card of alchemy. So because she was intuitively aware of this dark energy that was coming along with you, she she took a step back and tried to alchemize the situation. She tried to have temperance and patience for you and with you and with source in the progression of divine timing. You feel me, my nigga? Like she was like, okay, I get it. I see it. I know you're my divine counterpart, but you also got some bullshit you tugging along with you. And I see that shit. I'm not gonna take away from who you are or what this connection is, but I will alchemize this shit so that it doesn't fuck up because in this moment, and again, this is past. So in this moment, uh sorry, I'm getting a phone call and that kind of threw me off. I'm sorry. But in this moment, she felt like it's not broken, right? Our shit's not broken, but you still got some shit that you tugging along with you that has the potential to break us. I'm gonna take a step back and have patience with you, have patience with this connection, see you for who you truly are, see this for what it truly is, and add alchemy to the situation so that I can regain balance in my heart space. Right? You see I'm sorry, you see this triangle. I can't fucking think of the shape. You see the triangle in her heart. So she took a pause, stepped back away from the path. See, here you are together, right here on the path. Here she is alone, further away from that path, right? And more grounded because she's got one foot here and one foot there. She's more grounded in all that is. And so, with her being grounded in all that is, yes, it took her further away from the path of you two together, but it brought her into the alignment of understanding that timing is divine and that there are things that still need to be worked out on my niggas end. So let me give him the time to work that shit out because I'm not coming up in this shit so you can break my heart. So let me regain balance in self and add patience and alchemy to the situation so that my nigga got time to get his shit together. Boom. That's what I'm getting for this female. And again, this is past energy. This is probably what was going on September, October is what I'm feeling. So when the female energy in this relationship offered this Ace of Pentacles, the man in this relationship picked that Ace of Pentacles up like, okay, I got it. Let me throw that bitch in rotation with the other pentacle I got. Right? Let me throw that bitch in rotation with the other pentacle that I have. That's where that shit came in at. So the man picked up your Ace of Pentacles and threw it in rotation with the other pentacle that he already had in rotation. And look again with the short hair and short hair. The depiction of the person, it stays the same. And so, what was the second pinnacle that he threw your shit in rotation with? Somebody over here. This is a Four of Wands situation. And so, for a traditional tarot or like a Rider Waite or whatever, Four of Wands speaks of like marriage. And this is also my 1111 card, which is which is no coincidence. 1111 is going to speak directly to some of you. And I feel that very strongly. But Four Wands speaks of like marriage and shit like that. So what I'm feeling is the pentacle that he threw your shit in play with was something that he already foundation he already had in place, something that was already built and but it was not built out of cups. It wasn't built out of love or emotion. It was built out of like a pentacles. Because see, in this depiction of the Four of Wands in the background, in the other one, the traditional Rider Waite deck, it's a castle in the background. And the background of this is like a cityscape or like a landscape or whatever. So what I'm feeling is these two came together. They built an empire together. They probably made a lot of money together. And maybe at one point in time, your person did love this person. But at this point, and when I say at this point, I mean September, October energies that have led up to the actual present moment. As of September, October, they started to realize that this shit is not built on love. This shit is built on financial benefits. Okay? And so this is not an ace of wands. This is a fucking I mean, it's not a four of wands. I don't know why I just said ace of wands. But this is not a four of wands. This is more so like a four of pentacles. And who wants to live with that? Some old keep away shit. No one wants to do that. So once he came into the realization that he was juggling two of pentacles, but really it was just some four of wands shit, some shit that was had a strong foundation in building this financial empire and not a strong foundation in building this emotional empire. Well, then he went from three wands to four. I mean, from four wands to three. He dropped this contractual obligation to this person who does not have love for him, but only has the sense to want to build a empire or a skyscraper of pentacles, is what I'm getting. He dropped that person. And so now here he is standing, waiting, expecting. That's what the three of wands speaks of. So he went from four wands to three. But also, let's look at the person in this card. All of his cards are short hair, right? This person has long gray hair. So, him losing this one wand, him dissolving this contractual obligation, this relationship that's built on pentacles and not on cups, it's going to take him a long time. It's going to stress him the fuck out and cause him a whole lot of bullshit to drop that wand. Just that one wand. It's going to take him a minute. But when he does come up to this point, and when I say up to this point, I mean presently. Presently, he is standing on the shore in a three of wands energy, expecting for his ships to come in. You see the ships at the bottom here. And what is his ship? His ship is you, my baby. He understands that you have his cup. You and him have the cup that makes the one cup, the whole cup. He came into the knowledge of that. And him coming into the knowledge of that makes him the emperor. Now he's matching your fly. Now he's up here sitting pretty stable spiritually, emotionally, physically. He is able at this point to give you everything that you truly deserve, is how I feel. Yeah, that's really what I'm feeling. And so that is his message to you as well. Also, I'm going to take these cards away and we're going to dig into a couple other decks that I was being called to use. But also in this moment, and this is crazy because I ain't never did this, but I'm being called to put these cards away, which was from our spread, and also take this card. So this nigga went from a Nine of Wands to the Emperor. So the Emperor is now being placed over here. And look at the difference in these cards. He went from being battered and bruised and beat up and towed the fuck down to being, he done got his drip together. He done got himself together. He's not solely focused on you anymore. He has more of a solid foundation and a grounding himself. He or she, whoever identifies as the male in this relationship, is what I'm getting. Now they match your fly. Okay. And so now I'm going to pull from this card. This is called the Enchanted Map. And this is from Colette Baron Reed. Yeah, Colette Baron Reed. And so I really like this card. Oh, look. And at the bottom, a balancing act. Remember, I said it with that Four of Wands. It's my 1111 card. This card has the number 11. This is a balancing act. He's having to figure this shit out and balance what he really wants and what is truly right for him. That's what he's doing right now. So, Source, give me some messages on this dynamic. Give me cards for the feminine energy and for the male energy, please. Give me cards for the lady and for the men. Okay. So the first card out, and I will be pulling from the book on these decks because a lot of them are new. This is the Gentle Gardener, the number 2, and I'm being called to put this over here. So this is emanating from the female energy in this dynamic. Okay, so let me get another card for the female in this dynamic, Source. Another clear message for the female in this dynamic. Damn, this card wants to come out. Okay, so what I have is Ride the Wave. Number 14 breaking down to a 5. Ride the Wave. That's coming in for the female energy. Okay. Source, give me, everyone won. Give me one more card for the male energy in this dynamic, Source. Clear message. One more. One more card. Clear message. Oops, there goes that one. Okay, so the first one out, that Well, actually, that was the second one out. Oh, why come this one came out again, y'all? It fell out on the floor, so I didn't see it. The first one out was this one again, which is balancing act, right? The number 11. And so that's coming out in the male's point of view.